What's up, Buffalo Fanatics? Josh Allen here. Just wanted to say, go Bills.
Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Homie, now listen. Everyone play their position. Buffalo got a tradition.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. Welcome to another edition of the Recall Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics.
Getting the Super Bowl ring, cause we the Buffalo.
If you guys are wondering who this is, Drip Sanchez. Hey, go hit that, download that, stream that, handle that.
Look how we running it,
Drip Sanchez. Let's go. Folks, we are here. We are live. If you guys are here, do me a favor, smash that like while you guys are in here. If you guys have not followed, follow. And smash that like once again. Let's go. Folks, thank you guys for tuning in to the Rico Report. I appreciate y'all. You know I do. And had to show love to my man Drip Sanchez. Comes through with that unstoppable track is what it's called, Unstoppable. So we hope to continue to be, you know what I'm saying, unstoppable at least in the third quarter. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when we kind of somewhat come alive and just shut, things down. But we hope to be unstoppable the rest of the year, right up until the big game. And just, just close and finish and just finally give Buffalo what Buffalo needs. And you know what that is? That's that Lombardi trophy, man. Everybody's trying to get that Lombardi, but it's eluded the Bills for too long. It's eluded the Bills for too long, and that's exactly what I'm gonna just chill on that and just leave that. So, folks, welcome to another edition. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and let's get right to it, man. I mean, quick recap, man. The Bills are now 3-1. The Bills are now 3-1 in the thick of things in the AFC. Shout out to a wonderful second half put on by just a collective group. It's gonna be looks like it's gonna be a tight race, folks. It's gonna be a tight race in this freaking AFC conference, let alone the AFC East. You got the Dolphins at 3-1. They took an L with the likes of Teddy Bridgewater taking over for Tua, and Tyreek still had numbers. It's a good team, guys. We know this Dolphins team made some major improvements. New coaching philosophies, new angles on things, and a little bit of a hunger to get out of the Bills' shadow as of the last 3 years at least. We can at least talk about that. So Dolphins 3-1. Obviously, the Bills are back at it at 3-1. It would have looked horrible. It would have looked awful if the Bills were 2-2 tied with the Jets. Golly. And the Patriots are 1-3. And it's not anything shocking. We kind of expected the Patriots to be where they're at now. They played tough teams. They duked it out right to the end, but just not enough firepower. You got Brian Hoyer that came in and just got, I don't know what the heck that was, and now it's Zappy. Zappy's doing his thing out there in New England, but right now this is the look, man. 3-1 Dolphins and 3-1 Bills, and shoot, the way things are coming, man, this might go to right to the end if these guys are trying to push us. So that's why we can't lose to guys in the division. And the fact that we gave one up to the Dolphins, they have the right to, bump their gums a little bit. But payback is a bitch. And we will certainly, we'll certainly give them the due back in when we face them, week 15, when it's nice and cold and chilly. You know what I'm saying? When it's just right for us, we're going to whap that. We'll take care of business. That's all I'm going to say. So, folks, welcome. Listen, let's quick recap, man. Recap, the Ravens recap, whatever you want to call it, man. I ain't gonna stay too long on it. What a second half, man. What a second half. Buffalo Bills PR came out with a wicked stat. We've only allowed 7 points. 7 points in the second half of games this year. 7 points. We've played 4 games. September is in the books. 4 games. 7 points in the second half. Unfreaking believable. The last team that did that was the 2009 Denver Broncos. And they won the Super. No, they didn't. You know what happened with them? They went 8-8. So I love the stat. The stat is amazing, but it really absolutely means nothing. It means absolutely nothing because it's just, this is football, man. This is football. That's exactly what it is. So you can sit there and relish on that stat line, but there's a whole lot of football left to play. But nonetheless, This is great. I have a friend of mine that used to like, poke fun because when Buffalo would have a nice start to a year and I'd be excited, I'm like, man, y'all better watch out because what? Bills fans always do this, right? You better watch out because, you know what I mean? It's a different year. He's like, dude, we're in September. What do you want to be, the September champs? They'll talk to me when, when the ground is cold, when the snow is in the air. Talk to me then. Well, listen, man, we've been doing it the last 4 or 5 years now. We've been knocking at the door. So we're hoping that we can, take care of business when it comes time. That's the hope, at least. That's the hope. So welcome everybody. We got just under 200 people watching right now. Shout out to y'all that are watching from Facebook, Twitter. Shout out to y'all watching from Twitch. How many people we got watching from Twitch? Let's see what we got tonight. Tonight, just a single from Twitch. I like it. I'll take that. And you know what I'm saying? The YouTube squad, man. Strong as always. And shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. And if you guys are in the chat and you guys, have not been on in a while, let me know where you guys are from. You know what I'm saying? Because we have fans from all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So like if you repping, Western New York, represent it. You repping the West Coast, let me know. You repping up in Canada, let me know. You feel me? So welcome to another edition, folks. So let's get into it, man. We have a depleted freaking receiving core. We got a depleted receiving core. I'm gonna get into the Ravens talk a little after when we recap on that, but right now, is it something for us to kind of say, I don't like what I see? Isaiah McKenzie, concussion protocol. So who knows if he'll be ready to go by that game, especially with what happened to Tua. I assume our department, our med team is gonna say, let's just make sure 100% that he's ready to go. We're not gonna make this turn into a everybody point at the Buffalo med team. Leave that mess in Miami. So who knows if they keep him out for this game, right? Jake Kumro is week to week, so we don't know if he's going to be ready to go. Jamison Crowder, the guy that we had a lot of high hopes for, missed a few practices in camp, and now has a broken ankle, probably done for the year, most likely. So we're now down to Stephon Diggs, a hobbled Gabriel Davis that played a high number of snaps, mind you. I think he played almost 92% of snaps last game. So he's in always. That's it. That's where we're at. And now we've got to bring some players up. So it's Diggs and Davis. Forget about the tight ends. I'm talking about the receiving core right now. So are we to be worried? If Diggs is gassed up, he's gassed, he's like, man, I'm doing everything. Or Gabriel Davis just can't, you know what I'm saying? He re-injures himself or he retweaks that ankle, can be problematic. But you know what? There is someone that we can bring up that has been making a lot of noise all throughout camp, all in the offseason, and that is Mr. You know what I'm saying? We're not even going to call him by his full name. We're going to say Shakir Season. Is it time for Shakir to shine? Is it time? Well, the time is now. Now, here's the deal, though. It's a given that Shakir will be brought up. You know it's going to happen. So that's a given. So it goes Diggs, a hobbled Davis, and I'm going to assume Davis is going to be a lot better next week. More rest on the foot. Hopefully that works out well. So then now you got Shakir. So there's your three right there. But you need depth, right? You need special teamers. In comes Isaiah Hodgins, right? Isaiah Hodgins, once again, was right near the end of making this squad. It was really between him and Jake Kumro. Jake Kumro edged him out solely because of his special teams ability. Because at the end of the day, Isaiah Hodgins was actually outplaying him offensively. Offensively, he was outplaying Jake Kumro, but Jake Kumro has the edge. And not that Jake Kumro's a bum. He's not. He can play. But at the end of the day, he could have been pushed off by Hodgins. So Hodgins comes in. So now there's your four, right? Now who's returning? If Shakir is going to be our main slot, and if McKenzie's out, you can't risk putting Shakir back there to do punt return and kick return duties. So what now? Who else do you bring up? I'm like, yo, who's on the practice squad? Who else is out there? So we got Tanner Gentry. We brought him back. We've got Tavon Austin, that is known for his special teams ability. He can be back there. Who else we got? We don't got Marquez Stevenson. He's dealing with that foot. He's on IR. So it's out of question. So that's what we're looking at. Tavon Austin, Isaiah Hodgins, and maybe Tanner Gentry has to come up. Maybe bring all three guys up. Who knows? Or we go heavily with three tight ends. We activate Tommy Sweeney. We get Morris in there, and we get our guy Dawson. Are we going big? Now, we're facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh, this is weird for me, man. Pittsburgh is always like right in the thick of things. Pittsburgh is in the thick of things. And right now, it's not looking real good. It's not looking real good. And I got a question coming in from my man, where I saw the question. Scott Blakely says, is it for sure that Stevenson is out? Is that your question here? McKenzie, excuse me. Is McKenzie out? I just know that he's in concussion protocol, so we don't know. I'm only assuming he might be out based on making sure that he's 100%. They're not trying to have any storylines about Buffalo and withholding information, yada yada yada. So let's just say he's out. Let's just say that's our receiving core. Diggs, Davis, Shakir. I'm so used to saying Diggs, Davis, Beasley, right? So it's Diggs, Davis, Shakir. How time flies, right? Diggs, Davis, Shakir. Hodgins, I'm assuming will get brought up. Maybe Tanner Gentry. And who knows if Kuhn is healthy to come back in. I know he was week to week, so who knows what's going on. So I see a lot of people saying maybe bring up Duke Johnson. So we already have 5 running backs active, right? And I count Reggie Gilliam as one of them. Then you got our 3 backs. And then you got Tywan Jones. There's your 5. You want to add a 6th? I don't know about all that. Now, keep it moving. Somebody say, yo, call Emmanuel Sanders out of retirement. He might even suit up. He would probably suit up. I'm not going to lie. So right now, here's the deal. What it comes down to. The question really is, are you worried about the depth of receiver going into the game against Pittsburgh Steelers? We get to face Levi Wallace. That'll be fun if he's still starting out there. But that'll be fun, right? There's no Minkah Fitzpatrick to deal with. That guy's a dog. Actually, what am I saying? There's no Minkah. We got to deal with him. Excuse me. And so that we can't be all willy-nilly with the football because that boy's a ball hawk. He's everywhere. He's like another form of Troy Polamalu. The guy's just wherever the ball is, that's where he's at. So we've got to be very careful with that football. I'm not here to say we're going to wax the Steelers. Listen, they're a very well-coached team, and I'm never just going to count somebody out. And Pickens is Kenny Pickens is going to be out there. Pickett, excuse me. Saying Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is going to be out there, but who knows? We don't know too much about him. So it's going to be interesting. We knew all about Mitch Trubisky. That would have been, all right, we know what the deal is with Mitchie. But now we're dealing with, little Kenny. So it's Kenny time. So we don't know. We're gonna do what we're supposed to do, right? I have trust in Leslie Frazier. But the main question comes back to, are we worried about the depletion in our receiving core? And here's the answer, straight up. Heck no. Because that's been the talk, and I'm saying heck no. And I've brought this up late last year. Some may remember it, some may not, and I brought it up this offseason. And we're to the point where listen, when you go back to Tom Brady, the Tom Brady years, minus 2007 when Randy Moss was over there, Tom Brady at one point, he could get away with good players. None of them had to be elite. There was never any elite receivers that Tom Brady played with while he was in New England. The only elite receiver that I remember being over there is Randy Moss. So I, in my opinion, believe that Josh Allen is in that, he's in that realm where Not that it doesn't matter who you put at receiver, but he's so damn good that he could get away with having just the one playmaker on the squad, because he doesn't just fixate on one. Matthew Stafford, you killed me. I had Allen Robinson. I still won my damn fantasy game, might I add. But freaking Matthew Stafford, there's more than one receiver. This is my point. Thank goodness we have someone like Josh Allen that doesn't matter who is on the field. If you're open, I'm going to throw you the football. Your job is to make sure you bring that thing down. And I really feel that we can put in a Tanner Gentry, and Tanner Gentry will play well. We can put in a Isaiah Hodgins, and Hodgins will make a play. He's that good. He is that good. Listen, man. It's very rare that I will say I can't even believe I'm about to say this. I was gushing about Josh Allen last week. I'm always amazed. Somebody said get rid of Robinson. I'm still holding out hope. I'm holding out hope that Matthew Stafford is a bell that comes on in Matthew Stafford's head. Then he says, wait a minute, I got 2 receivers. And this guy is a dog. But Matthew Stafford keeps messing around. So you deserve that L you took this week. Anyway, moving on. I just think that Josh Allen is that good that he can just distribute the ball anywhere, because he's the ultimate dual threat. Honestly, the last person that resembled anything like Josh Allen with size, ability to run the football, ability to throw the rock down the field is Cam Newton, who is as big and as athletic as Josh Allen. It wasn't. I'm not even going to say Ben Roethlisberger. It wasn't Ben Roethlisberger, although Ben Roethlisberger was a big boy and he could move. He could get downfield if he needed to, but he was not even close to anything like Josh Allen. Some people say Dante Culpepper with those tiny little hands, but you're not wrong though. Dante Culpepper was a big boy. He could run, and he had a missile. He had a missile, but he also had Randy Moss. You know what I mean? He also had Randy Moss, but it's the point I'm trying to make is Josh Allen's that freaking good, man. He's that good. Listen, if you gave me like 2 or 3 weeks in that playbook, shoot, you might even throw me in that the slot. I'm like, yo, just tell me where to go, baby. I'll do what I need to do. Allen he'd make me look good. That's how much he's arrived. That's how much he's arrived. So this whole receiving core being banged up, I hate it, because obviously depth is a big part of this Buffalo Bills team. If you look around, and honestly, if you really look around on this team and you go, damn, Tremaine Edmonds hurt, he can't play, or Tremaine Edmonds had a family emergency, he had to leave, you still got Matt Milano. You can put Tyrell Dotson in there, and Tyrell Dotson is a good backup, and I wouldn't hate it at all. I wouldn't hate it at all. Even Balin Spector had some time where he shined and he was looking pretty damn good. So like I could say, oh, okay, we're not bad, right? You go to your, I don't know, defensive line. Von Miller's out. It would suck, but we didn't have Von Miller last year. So guess what? AJ Epinesa, Carlos Basham, Greg Rousseau on the other side, right? We've got depth is what we have, right? Micah Hyde is out. DeMar Hamlin, Jaquan Johnson, right? There's guys that you don't really worry. It's just one of those things that we've prided ourselves on, the depth of this team, right? O-line. Right now we got some guys banged up, but like you saw what Josh Allen did with that whole right side of the line just out of there. He was running a little bit, but he was still able to put up 400 yards plus. You know what I mean? Cornerback. Yeah. Trey White is down. Dane Jackson, Kyer Elam, Christian Benford. Like, what more can I say? You know what I'm saying? So like we pride ourselves on depth on this team, because there's a whole lot of squads you can go out there and say, yo, if this guy goes down, who you got? If this guy goes down, that's who you got? Hey, sorry to feel about that. The one position that I would say that if this position something were to happen, we're screwed, but that's a lot of teams in this league. And that's the quarterback position. Because I ain't a fan of what I've seen from the impersonator. You know what I'm saying? The jokester on our squeeb in Case Keenum. Case Keenum is cool and all, but I don't know if I want to see Case Keenum, you know what I'm saying, getting in the game unless it's fourth quarter and we just blowing the team out. And that's facts. But we've got great depth on this team. So with Josh Allen's freaking strength at everything. Dude, man, like he's unstoppable. I honestly, there are a lot of quarterbacks to fear in this game. And Lamar Jackson is one. That's one quarterback you just have to fear. Because worst thing is like he will take off on you 75 yards. The Dolphins found out. Although they still freaking won that game, but the Dolphins found out. You take away the targets, he'll just take off on you. Now, we did a good job of bottling him up, but that's one guy that teams would fear. Another team with a quarterback that you fear, obviously, is Patrick freaking Mahomes. That jackass, and I say that with all the respect in the world, is dangerous. It's a dangerous piece of shit. Can't stand him. Can't stand ya. I just can't. I can't. If you guys know where that reference is from, shout out to you. I can't stand that dude, man, but I respect him because he's that dude. He's good. He's elite, right? And then there's Josh Allen. You fear a guy like Josh Allen. The play is never over with Josh Allen. Never. Do you think you have him? Think twice, because he just stiff-armed your 300-pound DT, and he's still on his feet. Oh, by the way, that was a first down. How the hell did he get out of that? We're privileged to have this freaking guy. So in terms of our depth, I ain't worried because 17 has everything in freaking control. He has everything in control. You can't even hate on that. He's just that. He's that guy. He's that guy, pal. He's just that guy. And I love the fact that we have him. By the way, shout out to my man, Rated G. Comes in with a super chat and says, hey, off topic, but I missed the segment. Here is my good, the defense, the bad, offense, turnovers, ugly. Me thinking Poyer was replaceable in the offseason. We can go back and revisit that. Rated G, I appreciate that. We can go back and visit that. But I like that. Your good was what? You said your good was the defense. That was obvious. I mean, the bad was the offensive turnovers. Facts. Now, the ugly, you're right about that. The fact that you thought that Jordan Poyer was replaceable in this defense. Listen, there's a lot of people that probably thought that thought as well. It came across their mind, but we didn't anticipate that both him and Hyde would be out. If you had to choose between the two, and I put a poll out there, and people were pretty torn. They were pretty torn, right? And look at us right now. Look at us now. We're sitting here with just Poyer and Hyde being out, and I'm sure it's killing Hyde that he's out. I'm sure of it. You work so damn hard in the offseason, then you have this happen to you. It blows. But yeah, man, that is very ugly of you to think that you can just replace Jordan Poyer like that. Shame on you. Shame on you, good sir. But I appreciate that super chat, my man. Appreciate that. Love. Now, in this, as we speak about the depletion of our receiving core, there is a silver lining in this situation, right? And it took Gabriel Davis last year, just to give you guys an example. It took Gabriel Davis and Cole Beasley to not suit up against the Patriots. And here we are with Isaiah McKenzie coming in, and a guy has a monster of a game. But we would have never thought that would have happened with both Gabe and Cole Beasley being out there. And we're like, okay, so who's going to step up? Obviously, it's going to have to be Stephon Diggs. And it happened to be freaking Lil Dirty. But we would have never known if those things didn't happen. So right now we're faced in a situation where we have both slot receivers potentially out, right? And the way that our med team has been functioning, they're taking all the precaution in the world to just listen. If I don't need to play you, I ain't going to play you. So there could be a chance if Isaiah McKenzie's, it's possible for him to come back and play. They might just say, just take an extra week off, man. We good. We got Shakir, we got Hodgins, and we got Tanner. If they call all three guys up. I just don't know how they're going to play this. But my goodness, what a time to be alive, man. Well, you can do that because right now that silver lining, if those two guys can't go, is Khalil freaking Shakir. And I'm excited for that. And if you guys did not pick him up in fantasy, shame on you. But I can't pick him up because that means I have to drop that guy or that guy. Well, put your big boy pants on and drop that player that you think that is going to ball out for you. Just saying. But I'm big on that, man. I am huge. I'm excited. Like, I'm looking forward to this game to see what Shakir gives Allen. Because that's what it's about, man. What are you going to bring to the table for me? And what are you going to bring to the table for this team? Because you know me, number 17, I'm ready to rock all day, every day. Will you match my energy? And as a rookie, you damn right. You damn freaking right. By the way, my man James comes in and says, yo, is it OBJ time, Rico? It ain't OBJ time. OBJ right now is hoeing himself around. I don't like that, first of all. Stop hoeing yourself around, man. Listen, if you want to be with us, just chill out, shut your ass up, and wait till we call your number. Stop hoeing your ass around, going to the Giants and going to LA and hey, yo, cut it out, man. I don't like my receivers just shopping themselves around. If you want to be with me, be with me. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you start dating and there's one girl that you like and she's just not sure yet. So she's dating that guy and dating this guy and dating that guy. And every guy she's dating, you know them. I'm like, yo, quit it, man. Just sit down and just chill out and just wait for me. I'm coming for you. Just wait for me. But these girls these days, man, they don't want to wait. And these players out here, they don't want to wait. But there's always that person that waits for the right situation. And maybe Odell coming to Buffalo is the right situation. Hey, we're just speculating here, folks. We're just speculating. Because right now, the way the receiving core is looking like right now, and if he were ready to go, it would be a beautiful, you know what I'm saying, transition for him to come on the squad right now. But that's neither here nor there. Quit holding yourself around, OBJ. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, now, I got a bone to pick. My man Rev said, yo, Rico and his damn analogies every week. I have analogies for days, man. Listen, man, let me get off topic real quick. My daughter today. So we signed both my daughters up for soccer, right? So one of them is extremely athletic. Just naturally, she's that girl. She's that girl. And then my middle girl, she's more the artistic one, but she wants to get involved in sports. Anyway, neither here nor there. So we're getting ready to go and shop for them to get cleats and shin pads and all that stuff. And I said, and I don't know, but listen, I'll just speak on my experience. Black folk, when you're about to go out with your parents, we always got the speech before we left the house. We got the speech before we left the car. Listen, we're going into the store. We're going for just this. Don't ask me for left or right. This is where we're going. That's it. Do you hear me? Don't change up the plan. This is the plan when we go to the store. All right, break. We get out of there. So we're at home, and I see my daughter's like, Dad, where's my wallet? And I was like, and I always tell them, leave your wallet in your room so you know where it is. So I knew where it was. I was like, why do you need your wallet? She's like, I just want to bring it. I'm like, for what? She's like, because. So she had a friend over, and I was like, you know what? It's like, and I tell the friend, it's like me. We're saying, hey guys, we're going to watch a baseball game, right? Just going to watch it. And then I'm like, but you bring your baseball bat and a glove. What do you need the baseball bat and the glove for? Right? Immediately, her friend knew exactly where I was going with it. I'm like, put the damn wallet away. Anyway, back to where I'm at right now. So, OBJ, stop holding yourself around. All right? Enough already. Let me proceed. Now, I have a bone to freaking pick. And I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to say it. And you guys already know the show. And it's one of my favorite topics. One of my favorite things to touch on. So we're going to touch on that. So just let me set myself up real quick. Because I got something to say with my chest is what I'm trying to say to y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, I have something to say. And I need to get it off my chest. All right? Listen, man, we've been going through off-season camp, all that stuff. We went through the draft and we saw who we drafted. But here's the bone that I have to pick. We drafted James Cook in the second round because we felt that we needed a dynamic back that can run the football, has speed, and can catch out of the backfield. We tried to get that with Mr. McKissick, but he pulled a U-turn and went back to Virginia or wherever the hell he's from, right? He went back to the Commanders. So we drafted James Cook. Now, the big thing I've been hearing about the addition of James Cook is that, guys, it's early. Hey, he's not getting enough opportunities. Relax. It's okay. He's a rookie. What do you expect from him? Just wait. All right. But he was drafted in the second round, mind you. But it's about opportunity. He's not getting enough opportunities. I got you. Enter Khalil Shakir, 5th round draft pick. He's been inactive, but he gets on the freaking field and shows us immediately what he's about. But you want me to buy the wait, hold on. He get on the field. They give you an opportunity, make something of it. Immediately, Shakir makes something of it. Immediately, right off the bat. But I'm told to wait for the second rounder to get his act together. Come on, son. Listen. Now here's one. Here's one for you. I love it. I love this one. Hold on. Somebody said, so every player is the same, Rico? No, every player is not the same. But opportunities, they come. And you got to make the most of your opportunities, right? The player's not the same, of course not. But the opportunity is make the most of the opportunity. That's number one. Number two, somebody said, our O-line, our run blocking is suspect. Is it? Which O-line is better? Last year's O-line crew or this year's O-line crew? Be real. If we're going to talk about it, let's be real. If we're going to talk about it. Which is a better? Deion Dawkins is back. Mitch Morse is back. Our left guard was who? Our right guard was who? And our right tackle. So which line is better? But our O-line is suspect. So it's a suspect O-line. Come on, guys. Excuses again. Enough. What I need to see from my second rounder is when you get on the field, make the most of your opportunities. Fumbling, yes, I get it. It does happen sometimes, man. But my goodness, because you know you're going to get a limited amount of action, you better make the most of it. That's exactly what my guy, Khalil Shakir, did. And I'm so happy for him because we're going to see a lot more of him. Obviously, because the injuries are happening, but I don't want to guarantee anything, but I'm certain that he will make the most of his opportunity when he gets called up for this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Rand, I'm done. I just had to get that off my way because I've just been seeing a lot of that conversation happening. Oh, hold on, just wait a second. No, I ain't waiting for anything, man. Show me some. Show me some. Now, last week though, we got to see the shift in the amount of touches to RB. That was nice to see. They're now starting to realize, okay, RB1 for this team, no question, is Devin Singletary. So we should give him the most touches. And that's exactly what they did. And it turned out well. Right? Now, I will say though, people are like, get rid of Zach Moss, and they got a lot of it in for Zach Moss. They do. I see it written everywhere. It's craziness. Zach Moss only touched the ball 6 times. Excuse me. Did he get 6 times? Yes, he did. He only touched the ball 6 times last week. But if you would have think that he was splitting the carries with Devin Singletary. But I think they just see the runs that they give him and it gets stuffed, and they're like, they're losing their mind on it, right? But it's nice to see that Dorsey, if it's Dorsey making that call or that shot, or McDermott saying, okay, fine, listen, I want him in majority of the time. I'm glad they made that decision. But my goodness. So Rev, you're a hater. He said, yo, 6 too many, man. 6 too many. Yo, you're a hater. Scott Blakely said, yo, too early, man. I get where you're going, Rico, but really way too early. You're salty on the RB, brother. No, I'm not. That salt is flushing away. We waited a whole effing year for Knox dropsies. Hey, listen, man. We definitely did. But we didn't draft Knox in the second round. This is the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is we invested in such a high draft pick on a player. I'd expect to see a little bit more out of that player. I guess that's my main point is that. It's not like I get it. You draft a quarterback in the first round, you're not going to see him right away because he's got to learn the system and this. But RB is the one of the quickest positions to just jump right in. But like he can't because he hasn't fully got there yet. Anyway, I need to get that off my chest. You know, that's what it's about. When you got something on the chest, you got to say it with your chest. And I just want to end. I'm waiting for him to turn that corner, that game. I need that. You know what I'm saying? That when he gets the opportunity, that, okay, there it is. That's the guy we're waiting for. Haven't seen that yet. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm done. It was bugging me. Had to get it off my chest, and we are done. Now, back to, hold on a second. I got a super chat coming in. My man, Alton V. Alton V comes in and says, hey, man, let's not act like Mortar don't be getting stuffed at the line for those 1 or 2 yard gains too. We need an RB, period. Well, I thought we got one in the second round. I guess. I guess. D. Riley says, yo, Rico, show us your fantasy roster. Let me help you. I'll show you afterwards, man. I'll show you what I'm working with afterwards. Let me see here. My man Bryce Hall is what, 4.94, almost 5 yards a pop. Hey, I didn't bring it up. I did not bring it up. We're gonna get off that topic real quick. Now, let's get right to what I really want to get to as well. Going back to this Ravens team, I can't get over how sensational and how great Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds were last game. I cannot believe I stand corrected. I think a couple games back, I said that's the best I've seen those two players play. I think it was against the Titans. That was the best I've seen those two players play together. And they ramp it up again and really come in and handle business. That is amazing to hear. To see those two guys just on the same page, the same motivation, the same fire, the same burn. Love every bit of it. My goodness, I'm so happy to hear that and see it. Doesn't it feel good to know that, man, we're set. And these are two young pieces. One of them is already locked down with a long-term contract. The other one's working towards that. And it looks like it's clicked. Now, whether he's playing hard because obviously he's in this final year and he's trying to get to the bag, regardless, it's beneficial for him and beneficial for the Bills. But my goodness, what a lovely sight to see. And give me a second. I'm going to go back on that point. I'm going to bring my man Carl Tolman with a super chat. Carl says, yo, so are you saying the O-line is good? They're so thin that when Morso's out, they were Swiss cheese. If you want Josh to do well, we need good O-line. Josh is elite, so Josh is going to do great regardless. I mean, he's going to run around a little bit more, but when our line is healthy, it's a good line. When our line is completely healthy, I'm talking from left to right, it's a solid line. Now, when everybody's injured, when there's injuries, of course, things are going to be different. There's no question about that, all right? But is our O-line good? I think it is a good O-line. I think we've improved from last year's O-line to this year's O-line. That's just my opinion. So, got another comment coming in from Scott Blake. Says, I think we got lucky with Shakir. Could have been a second rounder himself. Dude, I don't know who it was, but there was a team that was really looking to get Khalil. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, were they ever peed off heavily? My goodness. But hey, we're lucky that we got him. We're lucky that we got him. Now, this freaking tandem, this dynamic duo that we have between Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds is unbelievable. There's a couple of things that I want to set here. So just last game, Milano said it was his career high with 13 tackles. Now he is actually he's got the team lead in tackles with 27 tackles this year, right? That's Matt Milano. Okay. Guess who's second in tackling on the team? Freaking, you guessed it, Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds has got 26 total tackles. Those two guys right now combined have 7 tackles for loss. They are just zoned in. They are just on the money, man. They're not playing games this year. This is great. This is exactly what we wanted, man. I got a comment coming from Lipsit. Lipsit. What's up, Lipsit? What's happening, bro? How much of it do you think is them playing well versus improved D-line, keeping them clean? Perfect. I'm so glad you brought this up. I'm so glad you brought this up, Mr. Lipsit. What's happening, bro? My neighbor. So here's the deal. These very things are what we anticipated a couple years back. We didn't quite get it. Then we anticipated more of it last year with some additions. And we got it sometimes, but just we weren't there. But we finally added the pieces that we need to keep these linebackers clean. And that goes to Tim Settle, Daquan Jones, the addition, obviously, with the emergence of Ed Oliver, and Jordan Phillips, for crying out loud. Like, we really, really focused on the interior line, not only to stop the penetration of guys like Jonathan Taylor rushing for 240 yards. Like, come on, fam. Like, that's insane. So when we add those pillars in the middle, boy, oh boy, Tremaine Edmonds and Matt Milano will get to eat, and they look fantastic doing it. They look great doing it. And we can't fault. Like, this is amazing. And this is a testament to Brandon Beane searching and getting the right pieces for this defense. DaQuan Jones has been excellent. Tim Settle has been excellent. You may not hear their names often, but they're doing their damn job. Those boys are in the trenches, fighting and moving around, man. DaQuan Jones was even getting busy and getting in on the sack, a 0.5 sack with Greg Rousseau. So great point by Mr. Lipsit, because those boys up front keeping these guys extremely clean. And that is what you are seeing. There's a huge difference in what you see with how this defensive front is playing and how these linebackers are playing. Unfreaking believable. Love to see it. And get this, right? These guys are both combined for 7 tackles for loss, right? And they've got 2 sacks. And now the last 13 games, the Bills have actually over 13 sacks this year. 4 games in. My goodness. Folks, it's going to be dirty, man. It's going to be dirty this year, man. So the last time we were able to do something that was back in 2016. And you remember those years. Mario Williams was around. It was Mario Williams. I'm trying to get my dates back. But we had a power line. Those guys were getting after it. So this defense, man, unbelievable. One more little thing here. This is 8 consecutive games. 8 now. 8 consecutive games that we've allowed less than 300 yards in regular season game. That is freaking amazing. This defense is ready to roll. This defense is ready to roll. I'll put this defense against any team in this game, man. And wait till we get completely healthy. We're not even completely healthy. Wait till we get, as healthy as we can, because obviously we know Micah Hyde ain't coming back. But when Trey White comes back, what a defense this will be. It's going to be funny because, listen, man, think about it. I'm not saying that people shy away from throwing Tre'Davious White's way, but he's the type of person that is smart enough and is veteran enough that he will make you think twice about throwing his way. I'm not saying you don't throw his way, but he will make you think twice about going that way. And now, does that make that quarterback think a second longer? Defensive front is already on you. So we're already creating the pressure right now. Wait till we get healthier. Wait till we start gelling even more. 5 games, 6 games, 7 games into the season. My goodness, scary times ahead. Scary times ahead. And I'm here. I'm all the way here for it. And if you guys are here for that, smash that like, smash that double time, because I'm all the way here for it. Now, super chats are coming in. Questions are coming in. I get that. Ross Hansen says, yo, we need Big Ed back. Any word? I know they kept him out last week. I don't know how close he was to playing. And that's 2 games now he's missed. So how serious was his injury? But I anticipate he may be back this week. But I haven't really, I know Coach touched on some injuries, but he didn't tell us when people will be coming back. But I'd hope to see Ed Oliver back. I'd hope to see Jordan Phillips back, but Jordan Phillips might be out another week. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out, man. Scott Billick says, this is what happens when you have a strong defensive line. You damn right. You damn Skippy, man. And it's a wonderful thing to see. It's a wonderful thing to see, man. The Titans let us steal DaQuan Jones. Golly. Thank you very much. Shout out to my man, John DeMarchi from the 305. What's going on, fam? I hope you guys are good out there. Play a game of 2020. 2, goal, Brandon Bryant eats 3 guys up, and Milano tackle for 2-yard loss. Go watch it. Okay. So the play was, 2020th play. So the 20th play, is that what you're saying? Play of the game was 2020. Oh, it was 2020. Got it. It was 2020 on the goal line. Bryant eats 3 guys up. Okay, I definitely have to go back and see that. I think I know what you're talking about. It was when Milano knifed in from the edge and came in and just took somebody out at the knees, at the legs. I think I know what play you're talking about. But anyway, I'm going to go back and watch because there were some really crucial plays that happened that game that Milano was part of. 13 tackles, you're all over the field, right? Then Lamar for 2nd and Poyer interception, game flips. But Bryant was a beast on 2nd and goal from 1. I'm going to add to that, John DeMarchi. And I don't know if it was the same play, but it was in the goal line stance where freaking Shaq Lawson. That didn't get out, in my opinion, that didn't get talked about enough. But I did see Eric Turner from Cover One show that very play, and I was like, there it is, that play, because Shaq Lawson hit him with the inside, got on the outside, and kept his discipline. Didn't crash, kind of stayed, and made Lamar Jackson second guess about trying to make it outside because Shaq Lawson had the outside leverage. So he forced Lamar Jackson to roll right, and then that's when the interception on Poyer happened. What a thing of beauty. What a thing of freaking beauty with that play with Shaq Lawson. Shaq Lawson really did it thing. He did his thing right there. My man, Largemouth Bass says, yo, surprised Rico isn't wearing that wing shirt. Dude, because I'm in Canada, that thing takes forever to get here. So my shirt's not going to come here for a while. So I know when I order these shirts, it takes me a minute. You guys get it like this, right? Over here, they got to go through customs and this, that, and the third, and all depending who's delivering it. It's out there. My man, TTB says, yo, Vaughn been balling out there. Yo, Vaughn is like, listen, man, there was a moment where I was like, man, where the hell was Vaughn? Last game? I needed more of Vaughn. I needed him to close out when we lost to the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? But that was just me being like, I didn't want to lose the freaking Dolphins, man. I'm looking. But what a play that I got to go back on that interception by Jordan Poyer. I got it. Like, listen, man, what a play. John March comes in as Brandon Bryant and DeQuan Jones and Settle, Phillips, Oliver, but they made a hell of a play. Dude, the whole defensive front is great, man. They're well coached by Coach Washington. Listen, Leslie Frazier's got these guys. Like, listen, man, we've got a nucleus of young and old on the squad, and it's a beautiful nucleus. You got some young guys that are hungry, fresh legs, and you got some veteran guys that just know how to play this thing, man. They know, I've seen this before. Here's what we do. I've been in this situation before, and you heard it again. It was in one of the pressers, and I'm not sure who it was, but when you've been in this situation, it was Von Miller, actually. When you've been in these situations before, you don't like, how many times in that game where you're like, oh shoot, man, it's a wrap. We're losing this game. Not once did I feel that we were going to lose this game and get blown out. Not once. Now, did I have my worries? Of course. Like any regular, natural fan, holy crap, this is not good. I don't like this. But like, I knew that because we got number 17, and I know how this defense is, they just got to get one stop. One freaking stop will give us the momentum. And when we scored before half, that was okay. Whew, give me a little bit of room to breathe here. You know what I'm saying? And then we get a defensive stop, and then we march and we put some points on the board. Dude, that's when I said, okay, we're back in it. Never did I falter. And that's what Von Miller was saying. So we don't like, I've been there before. We've been in these situations where like, yo, you're down, and there's always a scenario like, oh, I was once in this position, and then this is what we did, and we did it. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what transpired in that game. So this defense is something else, man. This defense is something else. Now, my man Scott Blake says, yo, it's frustrating. We have so many starters injured, but the depth experience with increased play will pay the huge dividends for this next 16 games. You damn right it will. I totally agree with that. And this defense, it gives me the impression that in certain positions, at least for certain positions, that it's a very good system. It's a very good system. And these guys understand the system. And it helps when you've had a defensive coordinator with the team the last 4 years, the whole 4 or 5 years that he's been here. It's been the same defense. So a lot of these guys are coming back to something they're familiar with. And these rookies are learning from these vet guys. So it's so nice to have consistency in the coaching staff. Like, look at the development of Josh Allen. Josh Allen's development, you have to give kudos to them keeping Brian Daboll around for so damn long, and then he got his head coaching gig. And then along the way, he had Ken Dorsey there the whole time with him coming up. So like, they're
Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin, and I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. With fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
There hasn't been much change. So this is allowing Josh Allen to just, this is a walk in the park for me. Let's roll. It's just a matter of execution. There's not a lot of thinking. It's execute. Now it's about execution. And it's such a lovely thing to see. Man, it feels like it's been so long, but like back in 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like, fam, like the amount of like, oh, how do we lose this game? Oh, we can't do anything. Oh, this freaking defense. Oh, we can't score for ish. Like the amount of times that we must have said that while watching this team from 2000s, for crying out loud, right? We get excited and we go down. The cardiac bills, man. Like that's what it had. It's had is always like this, right? And always at the end, heartbreak. Well, times have changed, man. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. John Marchi comes in and says, Rico, that was the play. Yes, thank you, John. I know exactly what you're talking about, brother. And Shaw and Russo on fourth and Poirier interception was incredible. Dude, Jordan Poirier was at least at the goalpost. When he assessed what was happening, he saw my man roll out, beelined it, got it there at the same time and made that play. Big play by Poirier. Unfreaking believable, man. You got to love it. You love to see stuff like that. You really do. It's a beautiful thing, man. And when things like that come together, love it. What's up to my guy Fireball? What's happening, Fireball? I see you, bro. Shout out to my man James, comes in with a super chat, says, yo, we got beef on the D-line, baby. When Oliver and Phillips come back, game, set, match. It's problematic, man. It's problematic. The only way to combat that is by getting rid of the ball quickly. And that's what teams are going to do. If you hold on to the ball, I wish we could play Matthew Stafford all day long, because that boy loves to hold on to the ball real quick. He loves to hold on to that thing, right? But to beat us, you're going to have to get rid of the ball rather quickly, right? And that's exactly what the Dolphins did. They got rid of the ball quick. It was 2-3 steps, it's gone. 2-3 steps is gone. You know what I mean? So like, and then we got beat on a big play. And when you got speed, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. But right now, the beef that we got up front, golly, man, good luck. Good luck. Rev Rose, what up, Rev? My man Rev comes in and says, yo, according to Chris Brown, McDermott indicated Jordan Phillips and Ed Oliver are improving. He said, we'll see where they go this week. Our hope is they're back out there. Well, that sounds to me that it's positive that we might see these guys. And if it is, Kenny Pickett, oh my gosh, what a game to start. You're going to start your career against the Buffalo freaking Bills. My goodness. Listen, sometimes you got to stick your feet in the fire and just go. But Maybe start Mitch Trubisky in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? And then throw this guy, like, because come on, son. Like that's a lot to handle. That's your first assignment. All right, Rook, you're in. Sweet. All right. Playbook is set. Guys, who we playing? Who we playing the Browns or what? What are you playing here? Oh shit. Playing the Bills? Y'all didn't tell me that shit. All right. Here we go. You damn right. And I hope we have absolute no mercy against Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is that same quarterback in college where he did that fake slide. Is that him? Please correct me if I'm not, because that pissed me off. I was like, yo, if that quarterback gets in the NFL and he tries to pull that, I hope he knock his block off. I hated that play. Cheapskate. Is that Kenny Pickett that did that? Is he out of Pitt? It is him. He was a quarterback out of Pitt where he fake slid on his knee and kept going. Oh, you better try that shit. You're going to get your freaking block knocked off, my guy. Brew Crew says, yo, $1 million if Poyer gets 13 picks this year. Do you see that? I was watching that too, man. He said, yo, I'll give you, he actually backed it down to $12 million. Pat McAfee, if you guys didn't hear about it, Pat McAfee came out and was like, dude, you're on pace for 17 interceptions for this whole year. And the joke was a couple weeks back, he's like, dude, you got 2 interceptions in 2 games, man. You're on pace for 17. Ha, ha, ha. It was a big joke. Poyer misses a game, comes back, gets 2 picks. He's right back on track. So Pat McAfee's like, dude, you're on freaking track for 17 picks once again, right? He's like, you know what? Let me go further than this. You get 14 picks. He's like, you know what? 13. You get 13 picks. I will donate $1 million to any donation that you want. We'll put it to any foundation, Any foundation will put it towards that. Poyer got out of his seat. Now, I wish I can play the audio, because in that audio, obviously I'm going to play that audio for you guys. In that audio, Jordan Poyer said something that stood out to me, at least. And I'm going to play this audio for you guys. And you guys let me know if you hear the part that I'm referring to that stood out, right? At least for me, it stood out. So I'm going to just find that audio for you guys, and I'm going to play the audio. And you guys let me know when you guys come to the part. So I'm about to play the clip for you right now. It's only 38 seconds. So let me play that for you right now. Give me a second here.
Track for 17. All right. How is there at the safety position, like corners, they can just throw away from, right? Corners, they can just throw away from. If there's a greedy corner who is racking in interceptions, you can just throw away. At safety, you're kind of involved everywhere, right? So we might get, you get 17. Hey, you get 14 picks, 13 picks, 13 picks. We'll donate $1 million to a foundation. Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, 13.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Here we go.
You heard it.
Yes, I did.
Challenge me now. Challenge me. I take challenges personally now. So.
But there's no way to, like, you're in every single.
Let me stop right there. He said, you challenged me, and I take challenges personally right now. That right there, I was like, ooh, I felt that. I felt that. Now, I'm not saying that it was a message to Brandon Beane and, you know what I'm saying, Pagulas and all them cats, but we know what's happening. Yeah, I know they gave him a little something. They said, yo, man, let's boost up your signing bonus or whatever the hell they gave him. But I mean, ultimately, we know what he wants. Don't challenge me, because you know I don't. Listen, man, let me run that back.
Yes, I did.
Challenge me now. Challenge me. I take challenges personally now. So.
But there's no way to, like, you're in every single play, right?
I take challenges personally. Well, if that's the motivation that brother needs, boy, oh boy, we are in good hands. I will take that. If he's like, yo, I got $1 million on the line. Now, I'm sure he would have loved that $1 million in his own pocket, but hey, it is what it is. But you got $1 million going to any of your a foundation that you're picking. And on top of that, you know what you're playing for? Yo, give me 13 picks by my guy. I would love it. I mean, that tells me that we're going somewhere, and you know where I'm talking about. I'm just saying. But I thought that was a perfect time for me to play that audio for everybody, and I appreciate you guys tuning on. I had to play it. My guy John DeMarchi, what up, Johnny? Johnny comes in and says, "Hey, man, appreciate that super chat, by the way." Comes in and says, "Hey, Dane Jackson appreciation tweet. 13 days prior, you're freaking right about this, by the way. We wondered if he would ever play again. That man is a warrior. My goodness, man. God is good. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, God is freaking good because could you imagine? Let's just say, and Tremaine Edmonds is a big boy. Tremaine Edmonds is a big boy. But could you imagine? And I mean, I hate to put it this way, but I need to give you guys what I'm saying and how good God is when he's protecting these players on the field. But let's just say it's Brandon Bryant coming your way. You know what I'm saying? Or Daquan Jones coming your way. Tim Settle, big fella, over 300, coming your way, and you miss, and that guy comes at you. Oh my goodness, man. So I love the fact that it's an appreciation tweet for Dane Jackson because he's back out there playing the game that he loves. That's the one thing. That's the one big thing that these guys, they pride themselves on, number one. But you put your, I hate to say you put your life on the line because it's not really, there are people that put their life on the line. But at any point, your life can be taken like that or your life is drastically changed. But you sign up for it. You sign up for it. And he's actually come back and play on the field that he loves so much. That's dope. That is dope. Love to hear about it, man. Hold on, I got to bring this up. Carl Tillman said, yo, Scott Blakey, you realize, Rico, that Scott was saying that we played 4 games and that the defensive depth will pay dividends in the next 16? That puts us through the Super Bowl. I caught that. I was like, 16 games. It computed real quick, and I was like, hey, I know what he's saying. Scott Blakey's on that. I'm on it, Scott. Arizona Joe comes, I want to see Pickett's hand and Groot's hands. Gonna look like child's hands. Yeah, I'll tell you. Listen, man, don't underestimate little hands, man. You know what I'm saying? Little hands playing quarterback. I mean, I get it. I mean, they're tiny little things. You know what I mean? Like trying to hold the football is it's like you got to shot put it. But Dante Culpepper had tiny little hands too. And that boy was rifling them things all over the place. And the explanation listen, between him and Mitch Trubisky, they said that the difference between those two is that Kenny, he operates quickly. He scans the field. He sees it. He's got more awareness, and he's able to just fire away. So in order for us to, handle our business, we got to get after Kenny Pickett. I'm not hating on Kenny Pickett one freaking bit. One bit. He's an athletic quarterback. He anticipates, and he's getting the ball to where they're supposed to be. Those 3 interceptions he threw, a lot of play. Like, listen, I heard it somewhere. They said those 3 interceptions weren't on him, but statistically they were. So what that tells me is that they put the ball in your hands and you didn't catch it and it went into somebody else's hands. So I'm not looking at those 3 interceptions that Kenny Pickett threw like, oh, we gonna trash his ass. No. I respect any team, and we've been there before where you start disrespecting the team and they come in and whack that ass. The Jacksonville Jaguars. So I'm off that. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers are 1-3, it's going to be the first time, and I can't see it happening, but it could be the first time that a Mike Tomlin coach team will go under 500, and they're under 500 right now. I know there's a lot of season left, but golly, boy, oh boy, poor Kenny Pickett. Poor Kenny Pickett. Now, back to my man J. Poe, Jordan Poyer. What a freaking heck of a man that dude is, man. He knows. Yo, who put that? Somebody, Brew Crew said, yo, little hands, little D. I don't know anything about that. But anyway, here's what I'm trying to say. Yo, Brew Crew, you a fool, bro. I anticipate a strong matchup coming our way from the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're pissed off. They're 1-3, and they're starting a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to rally around that rookie quarterback, and they seem to get juiced up when that quarterback is in. So not that the Bills will do that, but the Bills, they ain't going to sit here quietly and think that, we're just going to roll right through. There's no freaking way. We got things to handle, and we got to take it to them. Besides, we lost to those guys last year, first game. We ain't trying to let that shit happen again. Payback. Remember the revenge season? We already got the Titans. Now we got freaking Pittsburgh Steelers. We gotta give it right back to him. Right back to him. Carl Tillman says, yo, I challenge Bills Mafia. Be loud and pick it start. You're damn right, man. And guess what? I'm gonna be at that game. So it's gonna be fun. It is gonna be freaking fun. Leslie Frazier appreciation post. Go ahead, DeMarchi. Hold Andrews to 2 for 15. You damn right. Lamar gets 2 drive starts at Buffalo's 25 and 5, and Baltimore gets 20 total. Respect Coach Frazier and staff. And this is why, and I'm glad you brought this up, John DeMarchi, because this is why I absolutely hated when folks were like, fire Leslie Frazier, he should be gone. There's no way we should have lost that game 13 seconds. You're absolutely right. Don't get me wrong. We should have never lost that game. But to simply blame Leslie Frazier, to fire him, I can't believe those things were coming out of these people's mouths, because weeks prior, they're praising the guy. How quickly people turn on some coaches and some players. You know what I mean? Up and down, man. And I didn't think it was worthy enough to say, yo, get rid of him. So appreciation post indeed. Now, the fact that we limited Mark Andrews was beautiful. Loved every bit of it. Like, that is the type of stuff that you like, okay, I like that. Good on this team. They were disciplined enough, and they took away Mr. Lamar Jackson's favorite target. Just a week prior, dude had 13 targets. He had 8 receptions, and he was a game changer. Not today, big fella. This defense is different. This defense is mad different. Now, since we're talking about appreciation, I mean, shoot, I might as well talk about it right now. Appreciation post right here. This guy right mother effing here. Appreciation post for Kaiir Elam. Folks, let me tell you something, man. Before we get into that, I need to break something down, because I think it's important that we see this, right? NFL Rookie Watch. Kaiir Elam versus the Ravens. In 43 coverage snaps, excuse me. He was targeted once and no receptions. Folks, has Kaiir arrived? Has he arrived? Is he the guy that we thought, you know what I'm saying, that the Bills drafted and they went, you know, we're going to jump up and grab this guy? Is he turning into that guy? It was shaky and dicey at the beginning. Camp, you know what I'm saying? It was a little rough. He was, getting a little grabby. He's getting this, but this time that he's been spending on the field has paid dividends. And it's unfortunate that Christian Benford is going to be out for a little bit. With the broken hand, it's just going to give more experience to Kaiir Elam, and he's taking full advantage of it. Kudos to Mr. Kaiir Elam. You got to give him credit. Now, going into this game, it doesn't get any easier. We said it, man. These first 7 games is going to be tough. Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool. Now you got George Pickens. This is it's a good receiving core. One of the better receiving cores in the game, especially with the emergence of George Pickens. I mean, we've been hearing about his name all offseason, but only now he's starting to get, he's starting to get some love. I mean, Galladay, I don't know what's going on with Galladay. Give me the ball. So he cries for it, and he's still dropping them. Pickens like, give me the ball, and he's showing what he's got. So we're gonna it's gonna be another tough test, and more experience gained by Kaiir Elam in this upcoming game. Who does he draw? Deontay Johnson with speed. The beautiful thing about the beautiful thing about Kaiir Elam is he has the speed, and once his confidence meshes with his speed, dude, he's gonna be a dangerous corner. Right now, he's got confidence. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if you guys noticed it. He's still kind of bailing a little bit, a little too early, giving away what potentially could be called defensively. But all in all, I don't know about you, but are you guys impressed with what you guys been seeing by Kaiir Elam? Because I certainly am. And the more time he spends, the more snaps he's getting, which he will get with Benford having to, heal himself. Dane Jackson coming back. He's getting a lot of experience. Good on freaking Kaiir Elam, man. Good on him. It was shaky for me. At first, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know," but it's looking damn good. So kudos to him, man. Shout out to my man Kaiir Elam. I got a super chat coming in from my man James. What up, James? James says, "Yo, Rico, where do you see our starting secondary when Trey comes back? And Benford, where will Elam and Dane be?" And that's a question. That's a great question. And I've been asking that question the last 3 weeks. Right? What happens? So I imagine Trey will assume his rightful position, right? Medically, if he's cleared and he looks good in practice, who knows what happens. Now, when he comes back, who knows, right? He could come back as quickly as week 5. Maybe. I doubt it. Very much so. I would assume he's back after the bye. That's just my assumption. But if he comes back sooner, what happens with Dane Jackson, Benford, and Kyer Elam? Well, here's the deal. Benford will just go into depth mode and special teams. He'll go right back to that. And then it'll be between Kyer Elam and Dane Jackson. And I think the way that Coach McDermott plays, you know what I'm saying, goes off and plays a scheme, you'll probably see it that way. So I'm gonna check something real quick. I just want to see the snap count, what the snap count was for the Bills this past week, because I'm curious to see what it looked like for them. And I know Kyer was very much up there in terms of his snap count. So let me slide on down and see if I can find that real quick. And I can give you an idea, because it's a fair question. What's the deal? How is this going to play out for us? Right? I think it was I think Sal Capaccio had it on his thing. So I'm gonna go out and check that out real quick. But like, here's how I anticipate it. You drafted a guy in the first round. You have a guy in his third year out of the 7th round. Right now, it's a tryout. Whoever fares the best from here on out until Trey gets back with assessments and all that good stuff is who's going to stay right next to him. That's the only way I can see this happening. No other way. Whoever it is, I'm not saying it's a tryout, but it's like, listen, we're going to see how you guys fare, how you guys are doing on your own, in zone, in man. Because right now, I can tell you, if Kyer Elam improves in his zone play, then to me, it's a no-brainer to put him in right off the bat. You're starting next to Trey White. Dane, what I've seen from him and with the investment that we're putting into him, that's what's going to happen. But he's got to show that you're much better than Dane Jackson. You can't just be even. You know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, I think that coach, he values guys that have experience. So if you guys are even, potentially he might just go with the guy that's got the most experience. He's seen more. But Kyer has a chance to just really be much better than Dane. He's got to play better. And if he does, he's got every opportunity to do it. So when it comes to the snap count, I'm just scrolling on to see where if I can come up with it real quick and give you guys an idea. Perfect. So defensively, check this out. Damar Hamlin, 100%. He played all 70 plays on D. Jordan Poyer, 100%. Tremaine Edmonds, 100%. Matt Milano, 100%. Teron Johnson, 99. Dane Jackson played 99% of the snaps. Kyer Elam played 99% of the snaps. All right. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun how this comes out, man. But these guys are playing. So the 99 club that played 99% of the snaps, it stops at Kyer Elam. And then after that, 20 plays down, it goes, Daquan Johnson played 70% of the snaps. He played 49 snaps. Then it goes to Tim Settle. So those two guys were in the game a lot. Von Miller played 61% of the snaps. Greg Rousseau was just under at 57. So Von Miller had 43 plays. Greg Rousseau had 40. They have these guys. I like that. 61. If let me take Kyer off there. If Von Miller is playing at 60%, I'm happy with that. Right? If he's above 60, if we can get him a little bit more, I'd love to see him in that 70% range. But I mean, that's not the way they roll. I prefer that, but that's not the way they roll. I can F with that. Right? Shaq Lawson had some time play. He had 37% snap. Brandon Bryant, 36%. Prince Amili, that just got brought up onto the roster, 29%. And then Basham was in the game at 24%. Terrell Dotson got in, and that's probably near the end. So not a bad mixture of guys playing, man. Gabe Davis, by the way, played 98% of the snaps. So chances are I think he'll be ready to go by next week. 100%. And then we'll go from there, man. But this defense, I'm just impressed with this defense. This defense has been doing it, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better, and I'm here for it. I'm all the way here for it. Someone said, I don't remember any pass breakups by Elam because they only tried him once. When you tried him once and you didn't catch it, they never went back to him. He had 43 covered snaps, 43 passing plays he was in, and they targeted him once. So did they go after Dane Jackson? Is that what it was? They thought, you know what, I ain't going for the rookie. He's locking down right now. Let me try Dane Jackson coming off an injury. Who knows, man? But Pittsburgh, I mean, the Ravens are a different team, though. They're a very different team. They're, you know what I mean, all this motion, and you know where Lamar Jackson's looking. He's looking for his guy, Mark Andrews. Pickett, you don't know where Pickett's going to look. Is he looking at Freiermuth? He's going to be looking at Pickens all day. I assume he's going to be looking at Pickens because he's got a lot more reps with Pickens, especially because these guys were with the second team. So you're probably going to see a lot of chemistry with George Pickens. So watch out for that. I'd be ready to roll and see what's going on with that. And Deontay Johnson is just pure speed, man. Speed. Claypool been garbage, man. Pickens is crazy. Hey, man. Claypool's going to get it together, man. He's just got to, maybe he just need a new quarterback. Don't forget who's throwing them the freaking football, folks. Do not forget who is throwing the damn football to Mr. Claypool. And that's Mitch Trubisky, our boy for 1 year, Mitch Trubisky. And we know what's up with Mitch Trubisky. We know. Let's not act like we don't know. If you know, you know. I mean, let's be real. If you know, you know. Real talk. So, folks, here it is, man. I'm just impressed with this team. I'm impressed with what we have at the receiving core. I think we'll be just fine. When you have someone as elite as Josh Allen, you don't fret. You really don't fret, man. Even when we're down 20-3, did you blink? Heck no. You knew that this defense, we built it big and strong enough and fast enough that they can get us out of these pinches and then give our quarterback an opportunity. And that they did, and we capitalized. So I'm putting it out there. Now, are we making trades for receivers? I don't know. I don't know if we can come in this. I mean, it's early still, but somewhat. We already have kind of things set up, and how long these things are going to play out, who knows? I can't see. I mean, obviously he's going to be back in. Isaiah McKenzie will be back. Obviously, broken ankle from our slot receiver in Jameson Crowder, which really sucks. It sucks for me, man. I really like you come out and you sign your deal, and this happens. Like, it blows, man. There goes your season. It really does suck. But hey, this is the game you chose. This is the game you chose. Carl told me, said, yo, Pickett's will be on his back looking at the sky. Well, I hope so. I really do hope so. Now, one thing before I get out of here, folks, and I appreciate you guys. Somebody wanted to see my fantasy team. I'm just going to cue that up because right now it's a little shaky. I ain't going to lie. It's a little shaky, but let me see if I can actually cue it up here. If it lets me. Nah, it ain't going to let me. Yeah, something's blocking it right now. Anyway, I got a super chat coming in from my man, Matthew Krepneck. I hope I pronounced your name right. Don't mean to change your conversation topic, but did you hear about the Dr. Bennett Omalu saying Tua needs to retire for his safety? Whoa. No. Did not see that. Oh, boy. If that is true, that is crazy. I would sue the shit out of the NFL. Now, I don't want to say I have a bone to pick, but I do. This is something I don't understand too, right? As much as the medical staff should be at fault with how they botched, you know what I'm saying, Tua Tagovailoa's situation. I mean, the whole world saw him hit his head, shake the cobwebs out, stumble. I mean, it was a terrible look. It was a terrible look. But that would be very, very unfortunate if they say, hey, man, you got to retire because if you take another good one like this, like that one rocked you. And then the second one rocked you even more. Had they given you time to stay off, cool. But here's the deal. Where Tua, you're your own man. You know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what happened because you were concussed. So you don't know what happened. But like when you come to and they tell you, here's what happened, man, it was your this and that, you know if your body is ready to go. Like if you feel like, man, I want to preserve myself, like you should have a say at least. And people in your corner should have, you know what I mean, should have said, yo, man, chill out. But like Tua himself could have said, man, I don't know if I feel good with this, man. At least this is me. Like if I knew I bashed my head and I look back at the tape, because you know you're gonna look back at the tape. Let's just say I don't remember, and I look back at the tape like, yo, that's rough. But I feel good. But like, I don't know, man. Like, yo, this team's gonna be just fine. I think I'm gonna chill. Let me get a second opinion. Let me get a this. Let me get a that. Now I don't know if he did all that, but at least you have a say. Don't put that responsibility in somebody else's hands. Like I'll never understand that. You can't put it in that person's hands. He or she is the specialist, yes. But like they're gonna ask you, how do you feel? I'm not in you. Tell me how you feel. The test tell me this, but how do you feel? I don't know, man. And there are sometimes reverse the roles where they clear you and they ask you how you feel, and you're like, yo, I still like the light kind of still messes with me. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, we thought like with the test you did well, but if you still see like you're kind of hazing, you're this, okay, we'll sit you out. So like, what's up with Tua not saying and speaking up? And like, yo, I don't feel right. I don't, and I'm not there. So I can't jump in and say that. But like, my goodness, man, that's craziness. Somebody say, yo, Rev says, yo, we're not about to start clapping up for guys who are injured. No, we don't do that. We definitely don't do that. Because like, I mean, that could be anybody, man. That could be anybody, right? You could be working next to somebody, anybody that works construction, or, you know what I'm saying, you're playing pickup with one of your boys, and your boys, you know what I mean, he smacks his head and he's like, nah, I can play. You're like, yo, we just saw what happened, man. Sit your ass down. No, I'm good. Like you think somebody would come in and say something. So yeah, we don't clap for that. We don't, there's none of that. We just don't do that. That ain't cool. But it'd be extremely unfortunate if his career is in jeopardy because of the negligence of the NFLPA and the NFL. They failed this kid, man. That's a kid. That's a baby, man. 25? If he's 25, you know what I'm saying? And you like, and that's it? Because you put that, man, that's unfortunate, man. But I will say this, not to get off that key, but you know what is fortunate for the Buffalo Fanatics is that we added a new member to the Bing squad, Hank Lucas. What up, Hank Lucas? Welcome to the Bing squad, my G. Bang, 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 bang. I don't know what that was, but my bell doesn't work, so I'm like trying to make shift that we got a bell. But I'm gonna say this, man. I don't like it, man. I was hoping that Tua would have said something. What's Mike Hartle got to say? Let's not be too tough on Pickett in this first game. We want him to stick around for 10 years like Mac Jones and Tua. Mediocrity is good for our. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, man, that's honestly that's how I feel about this whole thing, man. You are ultimately responsible for your freaking self. Speak up and say something. Speak up and say something. And for those, I highly doubt people are doing it, and I really hope they're not. But nobody wants to applaud or yes, he's out because man, ain't nobody trying to see that because we all saw what happened, man. That looked ugly out. I digress. But if that's the case, I'm glad that my man Mr. Matthew Krepnick brought that up. I'm gonna be paying attention. But if that is the case, man, that's unfortunate, man. That's really unfortunate. Scott Blake says, yo, fusion some of those bones in his neck. Excuse me, fusion of some bone in his neck. Don't know the DR terms, but guess not that uncommon for players returning, but also could end up being a Woods retirement settlement. Yeah, well, anytime you fuse bones, I don't know if I like that. But I mean, I've heard things like that happen where they fuse it and get right back together. But hey, we shall see. But folks, listen, man. I don't want to recap too much because we beat this. We beat the Ravens. They melt down. I had a couple of Ravens friends of mine that were talking shit before the game, and I was going to have them call in, but none of them were available and didn't get back to me in time. One of them wasn't available, and one of them get back to me in time. However, listen, man. We're 3-1. Folks, we are 3-1. And we've got some challenges up ahead, but nothing that we can't handle. Nothing that we freaking can't handle, man. And we got the Steelers up next, and it ain't gonna be easy. But guess what? The more games that we have under our belt, the better we're gonna get. The more chemistry that we'll gain, the more together that we'll be. And winning is contagious. We keep winning. You know what I'm saying? We want to taste victory again and again and again. And right now we got the freaking Steelers. And we'll talk more about the Steelers on Friday. And I got a couple Steelers buddies that I'm going to have to call and see if they want to come on the show and talk their ish. But they may not be in a position to talk ish because right now they're staring at a 1-3 record. And they're going up against one of the hottest teams in the NFL. And that is the Buffalo Bills. How nice is it to actually say that? Isn't it a beautiful thing? I love every bit of it. So questions, concerns, you guys can jump in right now. This is your opportunity to let us know how you feel. What are we looking at, folks? You have any questions? Let me know. I couldn't bring up for some reason I couldn't bring up the screen for my fantasy team, so I can kind of give you guys the look. Two things I actually want to bring up. When we last Friday we looked at our games, right? And we were doing the pick'ems, and I want to see how accurate we were in our pick'ems. So let me, if I can find my page that we were writing all that stuff down. Let's see how accurate we were. So the Vikings narrowly won. So we were good with that one. I picked Cleveland to win, and there were a few of you guys in here that were like, "Nah, man, I like Atlanta," and Atlanta won that one. So that one was like I picked that one personally, but most of you guys were saying Atlanta. So I'm gonna give it to the crowd. The crowd said Atlanta, right? Buffalo, obviously, we won that game. We knew that was gonna happen. Dallas Cowboys won. We picked that one. Detroit, y'all had the opportunity to win that game. We picked Detroit to win that one. We lost that one. Seattle where the hell was the defense in that? Yo, I feel bad for the Detroit Lions, man. Yo, King Cam, you're right, man. You guys called it. Atlanta was going to win that game. You guys called it. And I was like, nah, can't see it happening. I can't see it happening. So it sure did. It happened, right? But Detroit, come on, guys. 48 points to Geno Smith. I'm not hating on Geno Smith. Geno's all right. He's playing all right, but 48 points for crying out loud, man. Not cool. Let me take a little side note to my guy, Jeff King. Jeff King says, yo, for Tua, unfortunately, this may end his career. I really hope it's not. My goodness, man. A lot of heat coming down, man. Nobody wants to be associated with another possible concussion. Absolutely not. It's an ugly topic. But y'all listen, man, instead of, man, you saw what was happening, man. Yo, he's out of the game. Until we assess more, we'll know, right? Like me and my buddy Jeff were talking, man. Practicing medicine. These guys are practicing. You know what I mean? If that doesn't work, we'll practice another thing. That doesn't work, we'll practice something else. We'll practice something until we get it right. So, like, if you weren't 100% sure with this guy, sit his ass out. But y'all, now you got this guy potentially with career ending. I mean, I'm speculating here because of what he said, so I don't want to say his career ending. So, we'll see. But yes, it is absolutely irresponsible. And if he has to retire, which really blows, sue the out of the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And the NFL's going to try to, we didn't do it. No. NFL, PA, every last one of these suckers, man, sue their asses, man. Real talk. Yo, Mark Carter says, yo, at least you're owning up to these picks. Yes, I am. Anyway, let me proceed. We said the Texans were going to win. We were grossly wrong. The Chargers absolutely woke up. So we were wrong on that one. Indy won, didn't they? Who did Indy play? Or did they lose? What the heck? Like, I'm trying to remember. Did Indy win? It's funny. I haven't really looked at. I didn't watch a lot of the highlights, but I think Indy won, didn't they? Talk to me. Did Indy win? I can't remember if they did or not. Tennessee. Oh, that's right. They played Tennessee. You're right. Tennessee won. So we lost that one. I thought Indy was back. Shaquille Leonard was back. You know what I'm saying? Gilmore's out there. Okay, they just beat the Chiefs, so they're on a high. They're going to win that game. Freaking yo, Matt Ryan, is he done? Is it over for him? What's going on, man? He hasn't been the same since he freaking blew that Super Bowl. Golly, man. Come on now. Anyway, Indy freaking loses. So we lost on that one. I picked the Indy. We picked the Giants to win. Did the Giants win that one? I think the Giants won, right? Yep, the Giants went to 3-1. Can you listen? I have a buddy of mine that's a Giants fan, and he sends me a message. He's like, "Frick, Daniel Jones is out now." He goes, "Now Tyrod's in." I was like, "Oh, wait. At least Tyrod, you have an ability. You have a guy that's gonna move around and do some things." He's like, I think like 10 minutes later, he's like, "Tyrod's out." I was like, "What? What do you mean he's out?" He's like, "Dude, concussed." What? He's like, "Yo, he got his head blown off, so he's out." So Saquon Barkley was manning. Oh my, what a mess the Giants are. So who knows what's happening? But they're 3-1. They won that game. So we called that one right. Philly, we called that one. I thought Pittsburgh was going to win this game. And I think we all collectively thought Pittsburgh was going to win this game. That didn't happen. So we can put an X on that one. Panthers, holy crap. What is going on with Baker Mayfield? Freaking Baker Mayfield, man. Listen, his career might be done if they move on from him and they say, "All right, man, we're done. This experiment is not working. Sam Darnold, you get back into there." Yo, I think Baker Mayfield might be done. Real talk, man. What the hell's going on, man? You got a decent little receiving core, not horrible, but they can roll. You got McCaffrey back there. My goodness, man. Whew. Anyway, Panthers blow. They lost that one. Green Bay, the Pack. What did Green Bay do? The Green Bay win? Packers beat the Patriots 27-24. What a close game. But we picked Green Bay to win. We picked the Raiders to win because they needed to win that one. And KC, obviously, they won. And the Rams, I expected the Rams to win with Jimmy G playing. So how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, guys, we need to be better. We need to be better, man. We only picked 7 games right. So we got until next week. We're going to pick some games on Friday. Let's pick some games on Friday and we'll do it up again. And then we'll go from there. But golly, Jimmy G. Yo, if you're a owner of, look, there's several fantasy guys right now that just aren't doing it. They aren't doing it. I don't know what's going on. And I own one of them. And that is Mr. Allen Robinson. If you're a George Kittle, if you got Kittles, not good. Jonathan Taylor, not good. Kyle Pitts, not good. There are some guys out there that are just not performing. They are not freaking performing, man. It's brutal. It is brutal, man. But Baker Mayfield, boy, oh boy, you are looking like every bit of the bum that you are, friend. And I was rooting for this guy. They disrespected his ass in Cleveland. He's gonna make up for it. Let's go, Baker. Same old crap. All right, my fantasy team. Just before I get out of here, folks, my fantasy team, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's been playing okay. I need him to be better, but he's playing all right. Davis Coolers, you're absolutely right, man. Dude, Jimmy G is 7-0. I think he's 7-1. He's actually 7-1 against the Rams. My goodness, man. Good on him. Good on him, man. Scott Blakely says, yo, the Carolina coach is done. Leslie Frazier, next job. Yo, that Matt Rule guy, he should have been done last year. And now he's even like, yo, he's got to go, and so does Baker. Or they get somebody in that can get to Baker. I don't know. But yeah, that Matt Rule guy, go back to college, big guy. Go back to college. But anyway, Joe Burrow, I got Christian McCaffrey. I got Josh Jacobs that had a massive game last game. That was well needed. Freaking well needed. Mike Hartle said, yo, your picks are trash. Yo, listen, I didn't pick those all by myself. Hey, jackass. You guys picked it with me. So you guys are taking that L just like I am. Anyway, I got Adam Thielen. He's playing pretty decent the last couple of games. He's shown up. I got Jahan Dotson. I made a trade for Jahan Dotson. I had Michael Carter from the Jets, and I traded early for Jahan Dotson. Right. So now I'm rocking with Jahan Dotson. He had a decent game. He had a touchdown with 43 yards. I got Darren Waller. He's only as good as Derek Carr is going to be. And if Devontae is covered, then I got Darren Waller's going to come through. He came through for me last week, so that's good. Isaiah McKenzie came through. You know what I'm saying? Allen Robinson, a bum. I don't know what's going on with Allen Robinson, but he's killing me. Tyler Bass is my kicker, and I took the Colts defense. What a disaster the Colts defense is. So now I got to drop their asses after they play Denver, because Denver is some ass right now. So I'm going to let Mr. Let's Ride come in and freaking throw 3 picks and get my Colts defense back at it, and then I'll drop them. And then on my and this is the thing. This is my bench. I'm holding out hope for James Cook. I'm holding out hope. So I have him just stashed there, just cause. Right? Then I got Kenny Walker. But right now, Rashad Penny's doing it right now. So Kenny Walker got to chill. I'm in a 14-team league. That's a lot. The free agency is slim pickings. Slim pickings. So I got Alec Pierce. That's the Colts receiver. He's starting to come on right now. And I just picked up Velus Jones because Velus Jones was on the bench. And now he's ready. He's going to be getting in there. Now, Justin Fields, who the heck knows what's going on with Justin Fields? I have no idea. So I'm taking a chance on Velus Jones, but right now I dropped Josh Palmer because I had Josh Palmer from the Chargers to pick up Khalil Shakir. So I'm gonna pick Khalil Shakir up and we're gonna shake up the world, baby. We're gonna see how this plays out. So I put in and I also put in a transaction for Mike Boone. If you guys don't know who Mike Boone is, he's the backup in Denver. Javonte Williams is done. So Mike Boone's gonna get a chance. So we'll see how that plays out, folks. But that's my fantasy team. So we're right now. My record is 2-2. We're at 500. We're okay. I should have had a win last week, so I should be 3-1, but we'll take it. But that's my fantasy team, folks. So listen, folks, we did our pick'ems. We didn't do so hot. So we're gonna have to try to get our act together on Friday. So we'll do some pick'ems on Friday, pick some teams. We'll go from there. I'm gonna get some guests to come on as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Maybe a content creator. I might go find myself a content creator to come out here and talk Pittsburgh and some friends. And we'll do it up, man, Friday night. And then I'm off to Buffalo Saturday night. I'll see you guys there. If you guys are tailgating, hit me up, DM me, let me know where y'all at, and I'll meet y'all. I'll be meeting some friends that'll be down there, and my man John Formicella. I'm gonna be meeting my man Johnny, and we'll be out there, man. So, folks, that's it for me, folks. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You guys are always gracious. Smash that like before you get out of here. You don't have to be here, but you are. You're rocking with your boy, so it's much appreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed, and just like that. It's my time, folks. So you're always appreciated. The Bills are 3-1. It feels good. You know what I'm saying? And we have an opportunity to mount up and get on that 4-1. And we got some teams to play, man. We got the Steelers, and then a very big game after that. You know who it is. We ain't gonna talk about them until it's time to talk about them. But let's get business taken care of with the Pittsburgh Steelers at home in Buffalo. We cannot let a rookie come in and disrupt what we got going. Let's keep that momentum going. Let's keep it going heavy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Buffalo Fanatics. It's the Rico Report. You're much appreciated. Have yourself a great freaking week. We'll see you back on Friday. Tune in tomorrow for my guy Rev. He's going to be revving it up, something spicy for y'all. I'm sure he will. So, folks, until next time, it's your boy, and I'm gone. Let's go.
Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. You better know that. Go in and catch it, cause we are.
It's our time. Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia.
Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, yeah. Reppin' the mafia Bills, mafia, yeah. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Homie, now listen. Everyone play their position. Buffalo got a tradition. They say we tripping. They better get out our way. Top of the table, we flipping. We on a mission. Got an unstoppable team. Continue to follow your dream by any means. Buffalo, get in the Super Bowl ring. Cause we the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catch it, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, 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 yeah. Reppin' the mafia, 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 mafia bills, mafia, yeah. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catch it, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Mafia up in your city. Time to get gritty, screaming and yelling, we bugging. Look at the red and blue, stadium flooded. Homie, your city is nothing. Home guard, we can do it. Every yard we improve it. Each down we moving. Buffalo Bills is coming. Better get ready, cause you know we not losing. Yeah. Got another touchdown, 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 yeah. Got another touchdown, 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 yeah. Got another touchdown, 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 yeah. Got another touchdown, 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 yeah. Cause we done Buffalo, 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 Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we done Buffalo, 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 Buffalo Bills. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, 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 yeah. Reppin' the mafia, 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 mafia bills, mafia, yeah. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Sanchez. Yeah, yeah.